Zadandani, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. As I mentioned last time, Beta 2.0 is officially out. If you are a Patreon member, then you can download it now. There's a link on Patreon for patrons, and you can use that to actually download it from uh, Dropbox. So, yeah, cool. But this beta is special. And what exactly do I mean by special? Well, quite simply, this is going to be the last beta, kind of. This is the last beta for before the demo, which once I've gotten everything ironed out and everything ready, then the demo will be releasing. There will be a few things that'll be changing, such as uh, there will uh, there will now be treasures in every single location, both treasure chests and treasure items that if you build up your treasure hunting, then you can gather those. There's going to be fishing spots and a few other things, but not as much as you may be thinking. Um, it's the important thing to note is that there's going to be a lot of changes that are going to be happening here. So, yeah. Um, but it's basically just upgrading it to make sure that it's as good as it can be. There's not going to be any new mapping, there's not going to be any new enemies, nothing like that. It's basically just going to be a few NPCs implemented to actually make it function properly and stuff like that. As for once you've actually completed the game, well, then comes the issue. This beta as well as the demo are very different from the final version of the game. And that's because of the fact that I will be updating to RPG Maker MZ, meaning that I have to relearn plugins. So basically, every plugin that I've just recently learned, I have to relearn them or relearn the new ones that are going to be coming to RPG Maker MZ. I have to remake the maps, which that's actually not going to be as challenging as you may expect. The same goes for the skills, the items, the characters, all of those things. It's really not going to be as complicated as it may at first seem, but yeah. There's basically just a lot of changes that are going to be happening. And it's not a huge deal. It really isn't. It's just going to take a little bit of time to actually get caught back up to the current place in the story. But there are a few things that are honestly going to make this whole thing a lot better, I think. For one, now I can actually implement a little bit better systems, basically larger maps, different areas, and lots of other things that'll be really awesome to see them actually play out once the game has been actually implemented to the best of my ability. And as such, it might take a bit more time, but it won't take as long as to get up to this point as it has been. Honestly, I would suggest maybe wait about a month and then we'll be back to this point. And if I wasn't also going to school. But I'm going to be working on it, and you guys will see how this entire system turns out. And honestly, I think that it's going to be a really awesome project that honestly I think will get a lot better just by doing all of the things that I'm going to be doing. Also, I'm going to briefly discuss leveling up systems. Uh, none of the level up, well, not none of. A few of the level up systems are going to be implemented, but not very many of them will be. It's literally the only ones that will actually be implemented with level up systems is going to be mining and botany. Everything else is going to be completely ignored just because of the fact that it just takes a ton of time to actually implement everything for these. Obviously, I can just take what I've done already with the actual mining and the botany and work from there to actually make the system even better. But it'll take time. It'll honestly take quite a lot of time to actually get to the point where it's going to be a really nice project. But yeah, mining and botany are actually implemented. You can gain experience and then level up. Lumber is not going to be implemented just because of at all because of the fact that it's just there's no trees that you will be able to chop down. Cooking and crafting, you will be able to gain some experience, I think, but I'm not 100% certain on that. It depends on what I'm actually doing. If it's in there currently, then it's going to be in there. Otherwise, it's not going to be in there. So just be aware of that. Animal handling will not be in there. Fishing, you'll gain experience, and treasures, you'll gain experience, but you will not be gaining levels for anything, which honestly may seem a little bit sad, but it's not that weird to think about. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of other really cool projects that will honestly make this game a ton better. As I work on this, I honestly believe that you guys will absolutely love the game as it comes to its actual conclusion. And while it will absolutely take some time to actually get it to a good beta point, the other factor is that there's going to be a lot more enemy possibilities in this game. I'm actually going to be implementing a lot more enemies than I've ever done before. So look forward to that as that comes in. And I will probably also be able to make a better minigame system for the different minigames. Currently, there's only one minigame that is kind of broken. And I mean, it's been fixed-ish, but you have to be moving in order to actually interact with the thing. So I don't know. I hope that it will actually work, but for now we're just going to have to wait and see what happens with this whole system. But honestly, I think that you guys will absolutely love to see what is coming. And as for the demo, yes, the demo is going to be free. I am going to be releasing the demo to everyone, and it's going to be the way that you guys are going to be able to get it is that you will be able to go to my you'll be able to go to my Discord, and it'll be in a folder that it'll be in a segment that's just going to be called RPG Maker or something along the lines of this final versions of games or something along those lines. Basically, that's where the demo is going to be, and then eventually that's also where you're going to be able to get the link to where you'll be able to buy the actual game once it's fully done. So honestly, I think that it's going to look really cool, and I really do think that everyone's going to really enjoy playing this game. And also, I think that it's going to bring a lot more attention to the channel as we get closer and closer to completing it. So, yeah. Well, obviously, I will continue to do my Miraculous and My Hero Academia stuff. Honestly, I think this is going to become a pretty big part of the channel. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell. Leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. Of course, if you are going to leave a theory, make sure that you say theory review somewhere in your comment. And of course, if you want to support the channel even more, then definitely head down to the description and check out all of our links down there. That includes our Patreon and our Discord and all of those things. And a big thank you to our current patron, Sheeny. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I'll see you guys next time. But on!